Hey y'all, it's time to play some games, have some trivia, have some fun, and maybe learn a thing or two.
Comic books and Super Bowls. Ooh yeah, trivia thunder, here we go. Who's the fastest on their toes? Come on now, let's see who knows. Gather round, y'all, trivia.
Well, there's the short version. Still haven't figured out how to get that thing to start where I want it to. It just starts wherever it left off last time. But that's not where it left off last time, I don't think. Oh well. Maybe one day they'll make it where you can just start it at the beginning. It says trivia starts at 9:30. We're probably going to start it early tonight. Because I don't have a whole lot of time and kind of not been feeling too good today, but that's fine. I'm here, I got everything ready, and I wanted to play. So we'll start out with the usual closest guess. Type in the number you think is closest to the answer to the question. And I believe this is history, so it must be years. And let's go. Yeah, there's a good one. Everybody should know that, right? I probably don't really know any of these. I was pretty bad at remembering dates, especially for things like this. Gorbachev become leader of the Soviet Union. Gotta be quick. 1985. Hey, the year I graduated from high school. Looks like Jay got it closest. Oh, Pop's got it dead on. He must know his history. So we're probably going to skip a couple of things like the word search and trivia. In fact, after this, we might just go straight on into round one. Hello? Interesting. Just realized I don't. Oh, there it is. What year was Joan of Arc burned at the stake? Well, if you watched the show, all right, had to take a call. Sorry about that. Yeah, looks like Pops does know his history. How many plots were there to take out Fidel Castro during his presidency? I take it he was not liked very much at all. So far, Jay's the closest. He was very highly disliked. This will blow your mind. But then again, were there really, or is that how many his administration claimed there were? 600. Berry and Jay tied. Berry must have got it in first. 600. It seems odd that it's a perfectly even number and that it's that high. Oh, I need to pull my chat open. What's up, everybody? What year was the first Academy Awards? I'd like to point out that Gone with the Wind was before any of your, well, except Pop's, was before anybody's answer, and it won quite a few. Yeah, it was 1929. So far, Pops has nailed every one of them. Yeah, Jay, I hear you putting it in multiple times. Sometimes it just doesn't pick up for some reason. And it seems to be you. What year did Marie Curie win a Nobel Prize? 1492. I don't think there were Nobel Prizes in 1492. That would be Columbus thinking he found America. 1903. 2011, really? So what year was Greenland the colony of Denmark? I have no clue. (1981). Jay, off by 1 year. And I made the timer last a little longer because we had that week where we never got to see the correct answer because it took too long, and now it's doing it faster. In what year did humans put the first satellite into orbit? I like how it says humans instead of naming the country. 55, 57, 55, 57, 55, 57. 57 is correct. Henry and Jay again. The Emancipation Proclamation. What year did it become law? Do y'all know what the Emancipation Proclamation is? It's not the Constitution. It was 1863. Jay was the closest. Remember Lincoln, freed the slaves? Question 9. What year did India gain its independence from Britain? Again, this is not one I have a clue about. (1947). So shortly after World War II. What year was the United Nations established? '47 sounds about right to me. '45. The end of World War II. Good job, Pops. Jay? And very. All right, well, I hope I don't upset anybody that shows up late, but I'm going to go ahead and start the round 1. instead of waiting till 9:30. That way we should be done by 10. You sure you're live and not lagging, Henry? It's a good idea to make sure you refresh your page, or just hit the live button. Make sure your chat is on live chat so you're seeing them in the proper order. All right, here we go. Round one. But, you get the idea. Get the pictures out of the way. And let's go. Sometimes you gotta run before you can walk. Which movie is that from? The first one. The first Marvel Universe movie. I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve. Now, Jay, I hope you've seen some of the movies. Now, you don't read the comics, but yeah, that one I think is pretty obvious. Although I could see Batman saying it. And it was Batman. But it certainly sounds like something Joker would say. You're stronger than you believe. You have greater powers than you know. Joker said it in Dark Knight. Okay. I really don't remember this. Oh, Wonder Woman. I was thinking it was it. I could see Winnie the Pooh being told that, I think. I know who said this, but I'm not certain what movie. Sipping on a tall boy, Henry. Yeah, I was thinking it was Homecoming. Tony to Peter. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to confuse the movies. In time, you will know what it's like to lose. 3 Sides Live. Genesis. And it was 3. I remember it being said, so I know it wasn't Eternals because I've never seen that one. We have left humanity behind. Yeah, I think it was 2, but I could be wrong. It might be 1. It was 1. I knew it was an X-Men movie, not Wolverine or Logan. I don't need a suit to be a hero. It was one of the 4. That's correct. For every question. Sorry, I can't stop yawning. Shazam. I thought it was Iron Man as well. Ooh. Oh. You got 99 problems, Jay? Yeah, but I bet you can't say the rest of that. I had to find you to tell you something. You have the heart of a king. Yeah, that's gotta be number 3. Watch it before. No, it was 3. I thought so. You got 10 people playing already. Actually, it looks like 11. Yeah. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge. Oh, Infinity War. I knew it was the Avengers. Is that right, Very? Jay tells you that all the time. Yeah, I remember Thanos saying it. You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. Two Iron Man, okay. What's up, Boston Chris? Age of Ultron. Huh. It's when you know who said it, that doesn't really help because so many of them are in so many different movies. Phil, you got a duck. Congratulations. All right. Now we're going to move on to round 2. And this one, let's see. This might be a little tough. Unless you know the answers. Well, it looks like Boggs, Matt, and Flat Earth or MIA. I bet they show up at 9:30 thinking that's when I was going to start. Oops, I got to get rid of these. Oops. Which DC superhero is a sentient pile of radioactive protoplasm created during the 1980s? A sentient pile of radioactive protoplasm. I don't remember this at all, but it's the Heckler. And nobody got it. You would think it would be the Blob, but that was a trick answer. Yeah, the Blob would have been from the 50s, I think you're right, but that's probably a different Blob. And why is it called the Heckler? Did he heckle people? Which Marvel superhero has an enchanted tattoo that grants him superhuman agility and reflexes? Come on, nobody thinks it's the tattooed man? Yeah, Boggs, y'all should have been here early. I decided to start it at 9:15. It is the tattooed man. Option E. Bob Dole. Yeah. Unfortunately, I wanted to end sooner, and so I started sooner. So you did mess around. And y'all wouldn't have known any of the answers anyway. It was the movie quotes. And they were not easy. A mentally ill man who believes he's a superhero and fights street level crime. Come on, guys. You didn't watch the cartoon on HBO at least? The Max. That was my favorite of the Image comics. Loved the Max. And he was definitely mentally ill. Oh, it was MTV. That's right. Yeah, it was a good show. Spawn was HBO. That's right. Captain Comet. I can't remember which one's the correct answer. But Captain Comet sounds good. Pretty sure it's not Adam Strange. Oh, it's Ultra the Multi-Alien. Once again, Phil, you must be familiar with all these old, obscure heroes. Could be, but it wasn't on a distant planet. Before Ghost Rider. Because it sounds like they're describing Ghost Rider, but and yes, they've just recently kind of brought him back. It is Hell Rider. But they brought him back as Ghost Rider, so go figure. And that would have been the picture at the beginning. This one? Nope, that's nice. It's this one. Who is the DC superhero that uses sound waves as a weapon and was a member of the Outsiders? Yeah, Hell Rider was the prototype Ghost Rider. I can't remember who came in second. The Looker. Okay. I'm not sure about that. Why would they call him Looker if he uses sound waves? You gonna donate your duck to Rad? All right, Phil. I'll make a note of that. Oh, gosh. Madman. I remember Madman. I don't remember Bad Rock or the Pummeler. From Milestone Comics, where's a tech suit that grants him electromagnetic powers? I don't think I read any Milestone Comics, actually. Static. Exactly. More obscure comics. Magic cloak that turns him invisible. And he was later revived in Vertigo, which should make this fairly easy for some. Come on, guys. Some of y'all need to read Sandman, because Sandman is the Lord of Dreams. He doesn't need a cloak that turns him invisible. The answer is Dr. Occult. Sandman, it wouldn't do him much good. And I believe he was revived for the Books of Magic, the miniseries. Under the Cowl. Good job. Wow, 3 correct answers. You win with 3 correct answers. That one might have been a little too tough. Oh yeah, he was Golden Age for sure. Nothing like the Sandman of today, though. But the next one, some of you will find this easy. Some of you will not. Toys of the 80s. Marvel has a Sandman? I think Marvel had a Sandman. I think Sandman was all DC. Oh, I forget I have to remove the pictures manually. What 1980s toy line featured color-changing battle-damaged symbols on action figures? Wow. Now, that just blows my mind because I didn't know that. But yeah, Battle Beasts, just like the comic that just came out. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Well, I don't think you can really copyright the name Sandman. I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember that. Which toy brand featured humanoid animal warriors with holograms on their chests? I have to look that one up, Boston Chris. What 1980s toy line came with small rubber wrestlers and was based on a Japanese franchise? Small rubber wrestlers. Muscle it is. I think that was pretty obvious by the answer. Boggs, do an after show. That sounds good. You do it. All toys my little brother had. That's cool, Jay. Which transforming toy line was originally based on Japanese toy lines, Diaclone and Microman? Cool. Thanks, Will. It is Transformers. What toy is considered the largest playset ever produced? Yeah, I think everybody knows this one. The USS flag is pictured on the opening screen. No, that's Ultimatron. There it is. Henry, Castle Grayskull. It was big though. I know, right? It's like 6 foot long, 3 foot high, or something like that. Wow. Which 1980s toy allowed kids to create custom rubbery monsters by heating liquid plastic in molds? Yeah, $1,500 sounds about right. Creepy crawlers. Although, those were insects, not monsters. But they were the same thing. I don't think there was a My Pet Monster. I thought they were insects. I guess they're monster insects. What toy line featured vehicles and figures with transforming masks and dual function machines? Mask. I remember Centurions, but don't remember them having transforming masks. Oh, man. Interchangeable body parts that snap together magnetically. Yeah. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, Constructs was like a building kit, wasn't it? It wasn't body parts. That was more like, uh, building buildings and stuff. Which 1980s toy line featured rock-based transforming robots. Rock-based. Rock Lords it is. And the final question of the night: what plush toy from the 80s had a zipper mouth and turned inside out into a monster? Yeah, I have to admit, most of these I hadn't really heard of. I remember them once but I can't remember particularly what they were called. But it was my pet monster. And let's see who got that round. Matt. Wow. Good job. Jay, Pops, Big Lion Cat. Y'all came close. All right. And now the freebie, a free duck. Type in hashtag DuckTales. Woo, DuckTales, a woo. You always got to say the a woo after you say it. It's required by law, comic law, cartoon law. Sorry. Looks like we got everybody. 13, 13, 14. Okay, my counter is off up there because it says there's only 13 here. All right. Anybody not in, better be quick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw. Every day they're out there making DuckTales. Woo! And the winner is Jay. You got a duck, man. Finally. All right, guys. It was a short one tonight. Sorry to those of you who missed the first round. Sometimes it happens. I just haven't been feeling good, so I wanted to get it done and still have the show. So y'all have a great night. Next week we'll have a full show, and y'all can meet over on Bog's channel. I'll see you there shortly, I hope. Good night, everybody.